That's Fireside Lane for Christmas decorations, right?
Yes, it is.
We were on Candy Cane Lane for a few years.
We?
Family.
Oh, you have one of those.
Yeah. At the time, it was a whole family unit. Parents were still together.
Are you recording?
No, not yet.
No.
Okay.
We're live over there
Okay.
on the thing.
Well, let me hit the magic button.
Hello.
There we go.
So there we go. I'm going to send out the Linky Doodle.
Oh yeah, Linky Doodles.
And then we will let you intro because you're so damn good.
You got like I have an idea.
Get it? What? You have an idea?
I have an idea.
What?
Turn off the horrible blinding light.
Oh, that,
I stuck my.
what? You stuck your what in the way?
Exactly. So my wife and I were playing a game. We were playing
boy.
3 things at a supermarket. I don't know. It's not a very good name. But you come up with 3 items that don't go together at all.
Mm-hmm.
That you high B.
Okay.
With the idea of getting the strangest look possible.
Okay. Yeah, I think
So
we talked about this once.
Did we?
Maybe I don't know. Keep going.
It sounds familiar. Yeah, you get like a bottle of ketchup, box of Kleenex, and 3 rolls of duct tape. I don't know what you're doing, but they ain't right.
Okay. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just typing all this crap, and I have trouble like writing and talking.
Oh, it's all right.
People are like, you're dumb. You can't do that. Can you do it? Can you have 2 conversations literally simultaneously?
Not like I am simultaneous, where you're waiting for someone else to reply while you're coming up with another conversation.
Right.
That's a big thing. People confuse true multitasking with time sharing.
Right. Holy crap. They don't know what's going on.
No. But, the time sharing kind of borders on multitasking for a long time. That's how computers did it before we had multi-core computers. Because one core can do one thing at a time. That's it.
There are claims that human beings can't actually multitask. Do you believe this?
No. Because human beings can. You can sing and play guitar at the same time.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So, I've read stuff on like business blogs and things where it's like, you can't actually multitask. Overloading an employee is just going to make them quit. Blah, blah, blah. Which I'm like, hell yeah, just make me clean one toilet all day. But like,
a signer working through a toilet.
So here we are. We haven't intro anything. But wow, we're back on the air.
Oh, back on the air, number 6.
Yeah, number 6.
No one's heard number 5 yet.
No, it's secret.
It's secret.
Yeah.
That one's coming later.
So everyone's been like, they were off the air for 2 weeks. I didn't even know because I don't watch it or listen because it's not available for your ears yet.
No.
Because that's your responsibility.
Yeah. That's going so well. Well, I've got some of them cut and edited.
That's going so well. Anyway, I went on vacation last week to a secret location and did secret things. It was really good. I'm really glad I went.
He actually hid in the Great Plains Zoo.
Yes.
Well, not the zoo, the Delbridge Museum. He was inside the stuffed bear, growled with children all weekend.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And the deposit was just outrageous. But
well, you try to run a bear. That's not an everyday occurrence.
Yeah, not to mention one that's real, and you have to pull all of the taxidermy stuffing out so I can go in there. It's frustrating for them, I guess.
Yeah,
because they had to caulk it all up when it was done and fill it full of pudding or something.
What kind of pudding would you like to fill your bear with? Chocolate?
Tapioca, because it's the worst. I think it's because it's warm.
Warm tapioca? Oh.
Isn't tapioca usually served? My parents serve it warm. If you're telling me that they're fucking it up.
Well, people of your parents' generation also put fruit in Jell-O.
Yeah, well, you put raisins and sour cream in pie. So,
Well,
two things that
You
should
know-
not be involved with the word pie.
sour cream.
However,
Yeah.
thinking about pie, I was explaining to my mom that around Easter time they make half-pound Reese's cups.
Yes.
One big half-pound Reese's cup, and I was like,
Christmas.
that
too.
is just a peanut butter pot pie.
It is. I ate one. Not the whole because
Is it?
It's
just-
1
It's a
pound.
monster.
there's
Is
two
it 1
cups.
pound? I thought it was a half pound.
It's a 1 pound unit
Oh,
with two
okay.
cups, just
Okay.
like the regular bar.
Yeah.
But each is a half pound. I ate one in one sitting.
Is it
was
mostly
like,
peanut butter?
It's got a pretty thick rind of chocolate, but it is mostly
Rind.
Yeah. I know.
It's not
like
even a
fine,
shell. It's a rind.
It's like a
so
fine cheese.
profound. So it's just chocolate and peanut butter pot pie.
Yeah.
It's not a pie. It's a pot pie. 'Cause look at the
Well, it was a peanut butter. It was a peanut butter pot pie in a chocolate crust.
right. So that's how they should sell it, and they could just release it all year long.
Although, according to the official
What did you
definition,
drop?
my penis hurt my foot a little bit.
It's so heavy. 10 pounds on your toe is not good.
Yeah, no.
Anyway, what were you trying to say?
Oh,
Well, I do want to say that part of me
no.
is wishing that I took my vacation this weekend because you're aware that I've been working strenuously and getting a different job.
Yep.
But I've also been working strenuously, far more strenuously, I should say. I'm getting a residency. Have we talked about that at all?
You're going to work at a hospital?
No. An artist residency with the school, South Dakota school system.
Oh, yeah, you did mention that.
And I'm submitting it tomorrow. And it's wigging me out. Because I'm getting all these letters of recommendation from people that make me want to cry because it's a digital submission, so I get their Word documents and I can read them. I'm like, oh my God, I shouldn't be allowed to read this stuff. And
Usually not. Back in the days of paper.
yeah, it should be in a sealed envelope and you've never seen it. You never get to. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh crap, I'm reading these things that are just, they make me want to die. Because I'm like, I don't deserve this. Why would you say these? They compare me to Rocky Balboa. Well, Chad
My
did.
cat?
Is that the cat's name?
That's the cat's name.
Hello. But Chad did that, and I was just like, oh my God, I'm going to die. And so it's very stressful. And so part of me is like, if I had gone this weekend, I could have submitted everything by Friday night and then just tried my very best to forget about it. Because I'm just going to be like, oh my God, am I going to get it? I don't know. I'm scared. And then if I get it, I'll probably be more scared.
So how's residency work again for you listeners? You gonna be like the art teacher?
Kind of. The way they make it sound is you're not there you're there in the school all the time. You don't live there, but you're there.
Oh,
And
this
then,
isn't Hogwarts
No, that's too bad.
bathroom.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you never read the books?
No,
Oh,
no, I haven't. I am a heathen in today's society. I've never read Harry Potter.
yeah, apparently.
I was reading the Lost
See the
Years
movies?
of... yeah.
Well, that's a start.
I was reading the Lost Years of Merlin in middle school, which is also about a wizard.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's
Yes.
slightly more culturally prominent. And, or was. Merlin. It's kind of a big...
Perennially, Merlin shows up in Harry Potter, sort of.
What?
Not him personally. He's mentioned.
Kind of like how Santa shows up in Narnia?
No, not even that.
Oh, okay.
Because the
That's like the
joke
fucking Santa came.
yeah, they actually made him. Yeah, no. Merlin is in the universe. Merlin.
Well, anyway, so I was reading that, and my mom got me from the Scholastic Book Orders the first Harry Potter. I read like
Oh, Scholastic
Most
Book
of-
Orders. Is that where
yeah.
you go down to the fair in the gym and you walk
Well,
around, look at all the
well,
books, and convince your mom to buy them for you?
no, they'll give you paper
Oh yeah, the paper one too.
magazines, and then so just circle things I wanted.
Yeah.
And I usually got like one or two things, and then my mom got that one because it was a big deal. I didn't circle it, but she assumed I might like it or something. And so I read the first like chapter and was like, "This is dumb. Merlin is so much better." It was like, "Don't buy me another one, Mom. I don't want to read it."
Yeah. Well, to be fair, It was Rowling's first book, and it's not the best. In the
Right, and that was
series.
like 3 or 4 books into a 7-book series. Every book series is 7 books.
Yeah. Well, that's
So,
Chronicles of Narnia's fault.
yeah.
Is it?
So, anyway, where was
Well,
I?
at least now they write them in order.
Yeah.
Because every Chronicles of Narnia book, except the last 2, have 2 numbers. Because they weren't written in order.
Oh, yeah. I guess I knew
Lion,
that.
the Witch, and the Wardrobe is the first book written, but it's
Even
the
though-
second book chronologically.
The Magician's Nephew's the first book
Yes.
chronologically collection before they put that big book together that you have there.
Yeah, I have both. And Kindle.
There you go.
I bought it in many formats. 'Cause
So-
I love it.
Anyway,
I'll read it to my children.
I'll be working with the students, I believe, once or twice a week, where I take over a classroom.
Oh yeah, we're talking about you.
And you have to propose, like, what are you going to do to enrich these children's lives? And so I wrote this proposal where it's like, the whole class is going to make a comic book together. Ooh. And it was like, it could take 12 weeks. Because a semester is about 15 weeks.
Okay.
So it's like,
So yeah, like a
shoot for
a week or
12,
two
we
of
got to
introduction.
wiggle, some wiggle. And then at the end, they all get a digital copy of their comic book that they did together, 24 pages. And then the library at that school gets a single issue printed that they keep indefinitely. And the concept is, if this were to be a big deal, that you can repeat it all the time.
Yeah.
Then have a library in the library of
Whoa.
books
Whoa.
of books made by students.
You're gonna put a collection of books in a library.
Right.
Wow.
Well, then, if, like, let's say a trade paperback's usually got like 6 to 8 issues in it. So every like 3 years, you print a trade paperback.
Yeah, you bind them together.
boom,
Yeah.
and then it looks cool. You're like,
Yeah.
look, these kids did this.
It's kind of like
So
a yearbook, but art class form.
I want it really badly.
It's a cool idea.
And it seems like such a good step towards what I want to do with my life. So it's just like, please work. Oh crap! What if it works? I'm like, oh man, am I grown up enough to take on this responsibility? Yes, I am, but am I? So it's weird.
And doing the comic book form skill sets that go into making even a page of a comic.
Yeah, I think
you gotta
one of the
have
most challenging.
writing, organizing, drawing, inking.
Right. So one of the
Coloring.
most challenging things about my proposal, in my opinion, is that there's a point where the class splits into 2 groups. And how do we get kids to group like halfway through?
Yeah.
Because you have like, I'm more interested in the writing, I'm more interested in the art, and then there's like kind of subcategories in each. And
Right.
they're still working together. So I think I'm proposing like a college level idea to children. But I feel like that's fair.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
It has to work.
that's the way life is going to work out for them eventually anyway.
So,
Because, practice now
right.
when it's easy to fail. Because their failure cost is 0 in terms of not necessarily failing in class, but failing in terms of being stuck somewhere they don't want to be.
How many kids
'Cause
get
they
to
can
say, like,
switch.
I was 4 technically?
Yeah.
Like, there's a physical copy in this library.
14 is a high schooler.
Just high schoolers or middle schoolers. I don't think I could work with. I don't think the concept would work very well with like 4th graders.
No, because they're a little bit too young. And
But like, I feel like 7th through 12th grade would be amazing. Like they could do really well.
yeah,
Um,
middle schoolers tend to like the graphic novels and comic books anyway. That's kind of the target
Right.
age range.
well, and then one of the things that I'm trying to mention is they ask like, well, what kind of people are you trying to impact? They don't want you to say everybody. They want you to say like
Yeah,
at-risk
you can't
kids,
impact everybody,
advanced kids. I feel like at-risk isn't the right word, but when we were in school and I was helping run the anime club, it became dramatically apparent that most of our friends or like club members were bad at school,
Yeah,
but they're really good at reading. They're really good at like all this visual stuff. So I feel like if you can create an avenue where it's like, look, you're learning all these concepts through something you like and you're making something out of it, then maybe if we talk about it in the right way, you can apply the way you learned to your other classes and make them matter to yourself.
Yeah.
So you don't get so many D's like me.
Yeah.
And
But I probably should have been in that group, but I did fine on my own, I guess. But we're not driven by, oh, someone told us to do this, let's do it.
right.
We're more like, I don't care.
Well, a lot of times it's
Or,
like, where's the
oh,
practical
that thing over there.
application of that?
That thing over there, I care about that. I don't even care if it's practical or not.
Right.
I want that.
Right.
So then
This makes me happy.
exactly. This
So-
thing over here, this Pokemon, it makes me happy.
So they should be able to learn
Teach you
about
math in terms of Pokemon.
storytelling. They should learn some basics of drawing. They'll learn all the basics of comics. They'll learn writing skills. They'll learn editing. They'll learn how to complete something.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things.
Project management.
Right.
That's business skills right there.
They'll
I mean-
learn what.
Yeah.
And
For I don't know if they do this for comics or whatever, but you can put out teaser images
yeah, we could.
for the people that are really good at drawing and want like extra credit in class.
Oh man, each kid can make their own cover if we had time.
Oh yeah.
It'd be fucking cool. Oh my god, that'd be so cool.
You could have 30 different collector's edition covers.
Wouldn't that be nice?
You could have one edition of the comic where it's just the covers.
Well, and the really cool thing, the really, really cool thing about the program that I'm using to print the comics, which is what I'll use to print my comic next May, is that if they wanted their own copy, it's like $5 for one issue, which is kind of a lot, but they're not ordering in bulk. So if mom and dad were like, we would really like a real one, it's like $5. That's like $2 cheaper if you let the
Well, if you want a yearbook where someone else took the photos, that's
Right.
like, what, $30, isn't it?
yeah, they're
$30,
not cheap.
$40? Who knows what they are now? Probably more.
Yeah, it's probably ridiculous.
Yeah.
I remember our senior yearbooks were like $60.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They
And-
were. The CD.
Yeah. Well, they were hardbound and
Well, all mine were hardbound.
in high school.
Yeah.
So I remember middle schools were all paperback.
Yeah, middle school
And
was.
they're all black and white. I have them.
Yeah, except for the seniors. The seniors got colors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Middle school's
So-
cheap.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think it's a wonderful idea. And I pitched it to community education once. They're like, we want to do this, but we don't want to do this.
Yeah.
And
That sounds like a lot of money.
and
That's
so
what they were saying.
I was pitching it to Jess, who owns Jam Art and Supplies, and she's like, here's this residency that I think this would be perfect for. I was like, you think I can do that? She's like, you can do anything. Me?
Me?
Look at me! Me? So it's been stressful. So what's new with you?
Water. Lots of water
Water.
everywhere. Well,
I told my mom about that yesterday.
Word?
Water.
Water? Yeah.
Yes.
Water.
Anyway, water everywhere.
Water from Harton.
Yes. What was the town actual name?
Harrington.
Harrington.
Well, that's not the actual name. That's the way it's spelled.
Right.
The actual name is Harton.
Harrington.
Because that's the way they pronounce it.
Right.
Because our capital is Pierre.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
That's
I know.
that's not the name. It's Pierre.
Well, the name is Pierre. If you look at like
No.
historically, it's all everything here was discovered by French people, so it is Pierre.
It was.
We're just
when they named it.
moronically Scandinavian.
No, it's ours. We named it.
We hingled their dingle, and here we are.
Bingo.
And so,
Pork, pork.
anyway, water everywhere.
Yeah, Sioux Falls was flooded in like 5 hours. Just the
It was
size of
amazing.
It was. It was a good day to own a raft.
It's because I was painting it. I was. And then I was like, I better go. It's getting awful out there.
Yeah. Yeah, we got like 1 hour, I think. We got like 4 inches.
It was berserk.
Altogether, parts of town got 8+ inches. in
So
just
were
5
you
hours.
were at work.
Yeah, I was at work at the club. And we have in the old building, they basically just built a big tin shed and put tennis courts and air conditioning units inside. And when they built the expansion, they took the covers off the air conditioning vents
Right.
on the outside of the building, because that seems like a great
It's a good
thing to do in South Dakota.
Nice open hole.
Yeah, nice open
Gotta
hole
have
for 8 inches of water to flow into the air conditioning ducts, out of the air conditioning units and onto the tennis courts, the cardio fitness carpet area, and the brand new basketball.
Now, I would have to imagine there's a possibility the ductwork may have to be replaced due to mold.
Probably.
So if you find out about that, there's a really neat company called Creative Metal Solutions that makes ductwork.
Oh, is that so?
So
I probably have no real pull in that, but I can certainly
start
mention the
punching
name.
people and saying that name.
Yeah, I'll go find Tom Walsh, like the second richest person in Sioux Falls, and say, hey.
Well, once and after you've had a good conversation with him about that, be like, hey, I know this guy who could use some money to not have a job anymore.
Yeah,
And because he's going to make comics and stuff.
Great Life Comics.
Yeah, I'll do whatever he wants.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey,
I'll do it.
it won't necessarily be about fitness, but it'll be sponsored by Great Life and encourage fitness.
A bunch of characters will wear Great Life shirts, and there'll be someone working out. It's like, it's a Great Life.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, I mean, the Power Rangers, their like home base was the Angel Grove Juice Bar,
Yeah,
gym and juice bar.
I forgot about that, but yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Great Life. We got a juice bar.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Well, when I experienced the rain, I was leaving my parents' house, rolled my window down like a moron, rolled it back up. Then, whoosh.
Nope.
So my parents live on the east side of town. No matter what I do, I have to go down in elevation, which when water is coming up, you don't necessarily want to go down. And I have to drive down in elevation to get to my apartment. So I was like, what's the best option here?
Yeah, because you live downtown in the flood basin, because we built downtown in the flood basin.
Right, it is a horrible place to build anything.
Yeah.
And
This area too.
yeah,
This was swamp.
yeah, I know. It was why the mall got all left up.
Yeah.
But why did I abbreviate that? Anyway, so I'm like, well, I can take Southeastern, which is mostly on the lower plane, or I can take 12th, which stays higher in elevation, just a little bit, but for the most part, it's higher. So it should be drier. Should be less like standing water.
You would hope.
And I don't know what Southeastern looked like because I didn't go that way. But 12th Street was a disaster.
Yeah.
And there were
Even
cars
57th.
just dead. And I'm sneaking through this water down by that McDonald's on
Yeah. 12th to
10th,
1.
just before the viaduct,
Oh, okay. Yep. That's true.
on like 10th and Cliff.
Mhm.
And there's
By the
just,
Department of Labor.
yeah, which is funny. The McDonald's is struggling to have employees, and it's right next to the unemployment office. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
what the hell? Anyway, I'm driving through this lake of water, and there's all these stalled cars, emergency vehicles everywhere. And I get up the viaduct, and then I come down to 2nd Avenue, and I'm like, oh crap! And there's just more water, and there's these cars just deluging me with water.
Okay, because they're flying through it at full speed.
And I'm
'cause
trying
they
to,
have
like,
no
sneak
idea
through.
how water works.
Right, dumb.
Dumb.
Well, because those lizards run real fast, they go right across the top.
Yeah.
So, but they don't realize that for a car, they got to be going like 400 miles an hour. And
I'd even know it. I think you'd have to break the speed of sound.
that's
just to
quite a
even-
problem because you got a ton of weight flying across the surface tension of water, which is less than the surface tension of pudding. And so,
Really?
I would imagine,
Well, I suppose once the skin forms,
right? It's pudding gets that film, and you're like, yeah, I don't want to eat it anymore.
pudding skins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And anyway, I get through there. Like the standing ones that an individual would have. They're just like racing down the road. I'm like, that's not good. And I look down 3rd, and there's just a wave of water coming down 3rd Avenue. So I was like, I can't turn there to get to the parking lot. And then I turn to the parking lot, which is just a lake.
Yeah.
And it's sectioned off, and it kind of like drains towards the middle. Like there's a high point. It's weird. But anyway, it's mostly a lake, and so I'm driving, and I park, and I'm like, do I even get out? Like, it's so horrible. Like, getting to the apartment should be soaked.
Do you want to just live here now?
And then I got out of the car, and I'm freaking messed up with water, and there's this lady and her kid, and I'm laughing because it's stupid out. And I get in the elevator, it sounds like I'm standing in a waterfall. And I was like, this is weird. So I go up to my apartment, I put all my stuff away, I use the bathroom. I'm like, I'm gonna go into the elevator and go into the sub garage and see what's going on down there. And there's just water rushing everywhere, and it's going into the elevator shaft, which I assume is safe or whatnot. But now it smells like dead fish in there, so I have a feeling we have quite a bit of standing water in the bottom of the elevator.
Yeah.
Who knows how far down, like how far down below the garage that is? Even if it's a foot, that's like a foot of standing water.
Yeah.
You know?
As you know, that's full. So
Yeah, just full. And no one's in.
it's probably more than a foot. It's probably like half the height of an elevator, so like 5-6 feet.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably pretty deep.
Yeah.
And it's probably just full.
And it's to catch the elevator in case the cable snaps and the
So now when the
safety
cable
brakes
snaps,
don't.
there's just splash water everywhere.
Well, if the cable snaps, the safety brakes will
Full of
lock,
water.
will lock the elevator in the shaft. But if those fail, then you fall.
Oh, they'll all fail someday.
Hopefully not.
That's what maintenance is for.
No.
But
The elevators in the Empire State Building only failed once because a plane hit the building and severed the cable, and the brakes malfunctioned. And some gal rode that
she made
elevator
it, didn't she?
all the way to the bottom, and she lived.
That's what I thought, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they built the Tower of Terror.
Yeah.
I think it was based on that, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe it was. Yeah, that's right.
So,
Except the Empire State Building is, well, it probably is haunted, but not that haunted.
right. Tower of Terror is just like, here's 400 ghosts, why not?
Yeah.
And they're really well
Remember
rendered.
that movie?
The movie is actually pretty okay.
Yeah, it's a Disney movie. I saw it when I was a child, so I don't have any sense for whether or not those movies are still good. But at the time,
I don't know if
enjoyed
I want to rewatch it.
Yeah.
It was much better than the Eddie Murphy version.
Oh yeah.
That didn't involve the elevator at all.
No, it didn't. It was just weird.
I suppose that's a different ride. Haunted Mansion.
Oh,
Tower
yeah.
of Terror. Two different rides. My apologies.
That's true.
When I was at Disney World when I was 11, I was too afraid to go on either of them.
Aren't they right next to each other?
I know. No,
Oh.
they're not. I don't even think they're in the same park. I think Tower of Terror is at MGM, and the Haunted Mansion is at the Magic Kingdom.
Oh.
Which it's all Disney World, but it's like a train ride away.
Yeah.
Because there's all these like elevated trains that take you everywhere. Because God forbid you get in a vehicle. But
Well, you don't want to get in the water. You get that crazy disease that eats your brain.
Ebola?
No, it's not Ebola. It's worse.
Okay then.
Because you can recover from Ebola. You can't recover
Yeah.
from this.
This
It's-
is a parasite, isn't it?
Yeah, parasite.
Yeah.
They shut down an entire island because the waters are infested with it.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
And there were those people who went to explore it recently.
And they died.
Did they?
At least some of them did.
Huh.
Because if you get infected with that, that's it.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
There's nothing we can do
Listen, I remember
except
seeing
make your death
pictures
more
of the
comfortable.
island, and it's like overrun with snakes and stuff,
Yeah,
which is normal for Florida. That's not uncommon.
yeah, no, yeah.
But
Disney World's in Florida, not Disneyland. That'd be weird.
Disneyland is in California, and I've never been there.
Yeah, I've never been west of the Black Hills, so
Me either, as far as I can recall.
that's far. As long as you've been awake.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, who knows? Maybe you're driving along and I've been teleported, and then I don't know it. I'm teleported back. I'm fine. That's probably never happened. But
Or you went there as a very young child before you were awake.
conscious of what's going on around me, which is possible, I guess.
I don't know if you ever noticed this, but
All sorts of stuff.
growing up from infancy into young adulthood is basically like getting drunk in reverse over the span of about 25 years.
Brett says there's nothing going on in our broadcast, which is bizarre. So if I can fix it. I'm gonna tell him to try refreshing real quick. We'll see what happens. So he's just getting a blank screen. I think that's his problem. So we are broadcasting. It says we're live.
Yeah, it sure does. Got little green audio thingies.
And it seems to be working on my phone. Let's see what happens when I click the watch button. Holy crap, there we are! So yeah, it's working. So, Brett, we're sorry, it's working. I know you can't hear me, but it's working.
Maybe if we yell loud enough, he'll get the message.
So enough about water. It's something I wanted to talk about because it's really weird. And have you heard people say, like, don't eat that before bed, you'll get nightmares?
Oh yeah, pork chops.
Pork chops is a nightmare food?
Apparently.
Well, oh, interesting.
I do it all the time.
I'm going to eat these pork chops and go to bed and dream these fucked up things.
Yeah, it's like crab packs. Oh boy, 3 a.m.
Right. Well, I remember I had a friend at MCAD, and I was eating Taco Bell, and I went with Wes.
Taco Bell gives me nightmares, but just because I'm afraid I'm going to poop the sheets.
Well, anyway, Wes went with me to Taco Bell, and we get back to the school to eat our food. They put tomatoes on it. I can't eat it. And he had a rage fit, and then we offered it to this friend, and she's like, "Nah, I get nightmares when I eat Taco Bell." And I was like, what? I've never heard that before in my entire life.
Well, at least she said, I get nightmares when I eat Taco Bell. Because sleeping and dreaming, it's all... Say there's one food that gives everyone nightmares. That's quite the claim.
Well, and I've never heard of it before, but I'm beginning to believe that sugar gives me messed up dreams. And I refuse to believe that they're nightmares, because for me, a nightmare is something where you wake up scared. You might not be awoken, like startled, gasping,
Yeah,
but
that's
you wake
more
up
of the area of night
uncomfortable
terror.
or unsettled, not good.
Yeah, you wake up and it's like, I don't want to do that again.
Right. But I've had lots of very bizarre dreams.
Have you ever had night terror?
What do you mean, like screaming?
Yeah.
I was woken once at a sleepover when I was like 11 or 12, where a friend was like, "You were screaming in your sleep." And I was like, "Nah, I wasn't. That woke me up." But I don't know. If that's true, then once.
I had night terror once. I woke up at I'd been a dream about aliens chasing me with no legs.
No-legged aliens.
Yeah, they had arms and they were just walking on the
Oh,
arms.
cool.
And I was in the big red pickup truck.
Okay.
I think I had just watched Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Oh, good.
So
Yeah.
it was that
It's
truck.
exactly his truck. Right?
Yeah.
Richard Dreyfuss. You are Richard Dreyfuss.
Yeah,
And there's no-legged, long-armed, palm-walking aliens coming at you.
which are not the aliens from the movie.
No.
No, these ones were terrifying. In fact, quite terrifying.
You're perfect.
So I woke up after about 2 hours of sleep and was so afraid of going back to sleep that I did not sleep for like another day. Even though I know it was just a dream, they weren't real, my body was still completely terrified of it and would refuse to go to sleep.
The night that my ex, Paul, and I saw the...
Your ex, Paul?
Yes.
Oh.
We saw the funny lights in the sky.
The trip that I wasn't there for.
Yeah, that summer, I don't want to call them nightmares, because I think it was mostly like I was riling myself up. And so I'd be preparing to sleep, and my mind would be like, there's somebody in the room. And I couldn't sleep. So I had to have all the lights on, like my radio on, and I just didn't sleep. And I would get to work. I'm really sorry I said he was Sioux Falls. But I'd get to work at Parks and Rec, and I'd make Tyler drive so I could take a nap for like an hour. So I hadn't slept all night. And that happened for many, many nights.
Oh, jeez.
And the most sleep I get was a nap right after work and a nap at the beginning of work.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, this sucks. But I'd always think there's like a person nearby. And that's not what I wanted to actually get at. That is something that happened. I don't know if you call it like a night terror.
No, that's an interesting phenomenon. People have reported that who live near power stations. They will feel there's always someone right behind them.
Higher
Also-
electromagnetic areas tend to give you a sense. somebody or something.
Also, some really badly designed alarm clocks, if they're close to your bed, can do the same thing. It's actually a well-studied area that's somewhere on the, I think on the left side, kind of in the parietal lobe area.
Right.
If you stimulate that with electricity, you will feel as if there's someone behind you
Yeah,
trying to grab you.
there were studies done where they put these neat little nodes on people's heads
Yeah,
and just gave them little, and they were feeling people around them.
yeah.
And sometimes, one part of the
Sometimes it was
study,
angels, sometimes it was demons, sometimes they didn't know.
one part of the study that got me was they would report that there would be a person in the bed, like immediately under them in the bed.
Yeah,
Not under the bed, like in the
inside
mattress.
the mattress. Yeah,
Which is really bizarre.
yeah, that's right.
No. And it's like, man, would you volunteer for that study?
No.
Because then even if they tell you, like, it's entirely because we give you a little jolt, you think that would mess you up for the rest of your life? Knowing you experienced that?
Well, it's hard to say what is and isn't real, but if you experienced something, you have experienced it. And as far as your brain is concerned, that was real.
Right.
So
So, recently, because of my dietary restrictions, I have the most sugar on the weekends.
and that's when you had the weird dreams.
Right, and it's usually a Friday night or a Saturday night. And Friday and Saturday are the days that the most sugar happens. And so a week ago, I had this strange dream where I was with a. It's gonna sound weird because most of these dreams include like lots of females.
Yeah.
But I was with a group of girls and we were going to like rob something. It was very dark, and I wasn't in charge, but it was my job to like break into this room and take whatever we were going to take. I don't even know what we were going to steal.
Right.
Like in the dream I did, but I actually had no idea what it was.
Yeah.
And I believe the building was Beetle Hall from Dakota State.
Okay.
And I feel like it was storming out, but I could be wrong. But it was like pitch black. And we get in there. And this part you could almost say would be nightmare worthy because it's so freaking bizarre. But there was a very tiny, like maybe a little taller than my phone, very ugly man.
Oh.
And like he was like fat and weird looking. And he was standing guard, and I was like, I got this. And I like grabbed him and I broke his neck. I did this all with one hand because he's so small.
Yeah.
And then the few people I was with, because most of the girls were in other parts of the building, like waiting or whatever, or like standing guard, and they freaked out that I killed somebody. And I was like, well, we have to get into this freaking room. And like we kicked the door in, and then I remember I was just holding onto this like freaky, ugly little man. I was like, I don't know what to do with this. And I remember that it was clearly like an art room, so it was like Tupperware and stuff in there. And I put him in a Tupperware, and I closed it, and when I looked at it, I realized it was just a dinner roll. It wasn't a person at all. And that was when I was like, what's going on here? This isn't real, is it? And then I woke up.
You murdered a dinner roll.
My mind was perfectly okay with this strange little man. But the minute he wasn't a little man anymore, I was like, this isn't right.
Yeah, well, I haven't come across strange little men, but if I did, I would not expect them to transmogrify into food.
No. But you think because of how strange, or the high strangeness that my mind at that moment was willing to accept, you think I would have been like, hey, no one's going to know I killed him. He's a dinner roll.
Well, it kind of works with storytelling. If you start out a story with, a talking dinosaur, and the dinosaur's talking right away, it's like, oh, okay, sure, dinosaurs talk, no problem.
Right.
They even sing songs.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is the new Pixar movie coming out this year.
Or
later
Land Before
this year.
Time.
The Good Dinosaur.
Oh.
The trailer shows the meteor that wipes out the dinosaurs sailing through through space, coming towards Earth, and then just near missing it. And all the dinosaurs looking up like, oh, weird, and then like going back to grazing.
Yeah.
Universe in which the dinosaurs weren't expunged from the Earth, and man grew coinciding with them. a la Flintstones.
Oh, so just like the fundamentalist Christians believe.
Right. So I'm assuming this starts 6,000 years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was really strange. I remember there being like a lot of high stress in the dream, especially because it's crucial that we steal this thing, we steal it now.
Right.
So now thinking about this, the other dream I had last night, there is two similarities: women and doing something illegal. So last night's I remember far better.
So sugar brings out your inner child.
Recent. Yes, I suppose.
Adolescence.
Anyhow, I'm working for a company that's not the company I work for now, but it's a company I don't enjoy working for. But they're very big. Some sort of national business.
Like Conglamo from Rocco's Modern
Yeah,
Life.
some big deal. And like my family's very happy that I'm working there. I don't even know if I'm me. I just know that I'm in the head of some character. Like that's kind of how it feels.
Okay.
It doesn't necessarily feel like me, but I'm okay with that. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm this guy. And let's just get the weird part over with, so I can move on to the story. Because the story is compelling, and the weird part's important too. But like, the owner of this business is a woman, and the person I am is clearly having a sexual relationship with her. Okay.
Like there's a sexual relationship between them, or they're in the midst of a sexual act.
There's a relationship between them.
Okay.
I'm just aware of that being a fact.
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
Yeah. It's just the strange thing in dreams where you know something,
But I know
you
that's
can't
like
explain why you know it.
That's the incentive why I stay at this job, and I'm getting like better roles in the business because of it.
Yeah. It's
So-
kind of like passive blackmail.
I may as well stay, even though I hate it here. And we're gonna go to this like tropical resort thing, and family members are invited, and it's this big like the business is paying for all these people to come out to this thing. I'm like, great, we're going to this island or something. I don't know, it's some beach, and we go on this big ass boat, and
Does he
it's
board the boat from the beach?
I don't remember boarding the boat. We're just there.
He's
And so, like, we're on the boat, and the boat's already docked on this beach place. Like, that's not the most important part of the story. It's not the
No.
place. Anyway, there's a lot of people on this boat that I know, like my friends and people I know right now who work on the boat. So they're like, you should get a job here. It's way better. I'm like, yeah, I'll consider it. I'm actually looking into all these things, but then I get taken away by this boss lady, and she's like, our business is doing this event that's going to like excite people, and it's this crazy thing. And I'm like, okay, explain it to me. And she's like, we're going to stage a terrorist attack. It's fake. It's fake. It's fake. It's actually all like holograms. It's just for the experience. And I'm like, okay, cool. And she's like, everybody who works here is in on it, and everybody who isn't is experiencing it.
oh god.
I was like, okay, that's weird. And so like, she's like, well, you're going to be really important because sexual relationship. And I'm like, all right. And so you're going to be positioned with, I don't even remember if I was told a name, but some other woman who was very important in the business. We're going to be seen together because there's going to be all these people during this attack. We're like in charge or something. We're given these uniforms. They come with goggles. I put them on. I'm like, all right, so we're doing this weird thing. And I tell my parents, like, there's going to be this fake attack. It's dumb, but it's for your entertainment or something. And they're like, okay. And I remember walking into this like big ballroom thing with this strange lady that I work with that is I don't think I've ever met because this business is huge. And she explains like, I get sick when I'm nervous and I throw up. And then I begin to realize that that's not the case. She's going to get sick because there's a terrorist attack. Like something is not quite right. And so she gets sick and a bunch of people get sick and there's like alarms and stuff blowing up. And then I look up and they look like holograms, but there's these like airplanes dropping bombs. And so I start running because I'm like, holy crap, this is freaking real looking. And I'm trying to get back towards the boat. Like stuff's falling, there's buildings collapsing because it's like a big resort beach thing. And I wind up in this tunnel, and there's like an announcer saying like there's going to be these horrifying things in this tunnel. I'm like, oh, this is a part of the attraction or whatever. And for some reason, I'm like, I'll be safer if I take my goggles off. So I take them off, and I realize that
The goggles, they do nothing.
all the hologram stuff is because I'm wearing them. And so I'm like, parts of this attack are real and parts of it aren't, and the whole trick is on me. And I realized that like I've agreed to do something heinous because I thought it was for entertainment and not real. And I was led to believe things weren't real because I was wearing real. A la Wizard of Oz. If you're familiar with the actual story, the Emerald City isn't green at all. Everyone in town's wearing green tinted goggles.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I only know the.
They're told they have to wear the goggles because the city is so brilliantly green, it'll hurt their eyes.
Yeah.
And it's all bullshit. So anyway, I take them off, and then I end up in this like room with all these people who are like, what would you call it? Not hostages, like refugees. And we're underground, sort of, like under all this collapsed crap. And they're blaming me, and I'm like, I didn't know that it was fucking for real.
I wore the goggles.
Like, I'm sorry. And then I woke up, and I was like, that was strange as hell.
That's actually a really good story.
I need to tell Bobley about it. Like,
Yeah.
there's some sort of like movie or like script in here that I can work on.
There's totally the beginnings of a good script.
Right. And so, like, that's way more interesting than the I killed some strange little man. But, so.
Yeah, some of the details of the positions of things, transitions.
Right.
Yeah,
this
but the
stuff needs
actual
to be
plot,
worked.
the
Right.
plot is there.
Right.
But without an ending.
Mm-hmm.
You've given us a cliffhanger in Act 3.
Right. I think it's the cliffhanger is even like kind of in the midst of Act 2.
Yeah, well, I was thinking 5 Act play.
Because,
But yeah, in the 3 Act. Yeah.
well, usually Act 2 is twice as long as everything else. So we've gotten to the point where things start changing. And we don't know what happens next. But, so I'm beginning to believe it's sugar. And for some reason, sugar is making me have dreams about ladies and doing illegal things.
If they give you good story.
Am I
ideas,
repressed? I don't know.
Edgar Allan Poe wrote a lot of things
Yeah.
on opium.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sugar is a lot cheaper and safer than, well,
Right. So
maybe safer
I'm
than
gonna go
opium.
get all sugared up and have a dream and get fucking weird.
Sounds like a
man.
great thing. Yeah. You gotta figure out how to do this on a schedule. You know, you wake up Saturday morning, you watch your cartoons that you saved on VHS
Yeah. So,
because they don't exist on TV anymore.
well, I wouldn't have cable to watch them on anyway. So I watch them on Netflix.
You watch your cartoons, you drink down your orange soda, and eat Oreos or whatever.
Just like,
And then
I get sugared up so I can have this experience tonight. Oh my
And then you take a nap.
god. And then I write.
And then you wake up at like 4 o'clock. And
Well, and one of the things I've noticed is in these dreams, they seem at the time like hyper realistic. Like this is fucking happening.
yeah.
Oh, with the
this
other
part,
with the other dream, with the first one.
the Lilliputian turned in a roll.
Yes. That took place while I was on my vacation. And when I became aware that there's no way a little man could turn into a dinner roll, that I was like, wasn't I on vacation? Where did my Sunday go? What did I... How did I get here? Like, my mind started racing. Where it's like, what happened?
You were awake in your dream.
Something's not fucking right. And then I woke up. Where it's like, this isn't real. Where did my Sunday go?
You wake up holding a decapitated dinner roll.
Or a little man. Oh, crap!
Damn it, not again.
So, yeah, that's weird. It's a strange, strange thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna have to write something about this like business that creates a terrorist attack and kind of blames on the employees.
Yeah.
And the employees are tricked.
Yeah, they think it's a game.
Right. And the main character's having a relationship with the owner. Which is interesting because when I write stories, I don't tend to
The
get
main
into,
character is privy to your relationship with the owner.
Yeah. Yeah, and it'd be weird for me because I don't tend to write about sexual things, like in the stories I share, at least. So
Yeah.
that'll be interesting.
Well, it makes it more edgy, I guess.
I'm a grown-up now!
In a very 1995 kind of way.
TV 14, finally.
Yeah.
So,
Pretty soon you'll be able to view ultra porn.
yes. I'll almost be 170 years old. So, that's... Yeah. Weird. So let's check in on Facebook real quick. Ain't nobody tweeting me, so that's okay.
Did Brett come back?
Let's see. Brett replied to his comment. He said, still working. That sounds like a good thing to me, I'm going to say. I think he means...
Not working.
Right. But,
I notice a lot of people aren't very careful with where they place negatives or if they use them at all.
yeah.
I kind of feel like English is moving towards a system where words don't change at all. Past tense, present tense, possessive, plural. Nope.
Right.
It's all moose. And
Moose.
Yeah.
Meese, mooses, mouse,
moosed.
moosed.
I have been moosed.
Is that a real thing, like buffalo?
No. Buffalo apparently is a verb,
Yes.
which creates hilarious. Buffalo.
You only have to say it
Buffalo,
3
buffalo,
times and you have a sentence.
Yeah. The famous one is like 7 of them.
Yeah. And there are some schools of thought that claim you can throw commas in there and kind of say it forever. You're making run-ons. But you're basically making a sentence. Which is interesting. And there's a way to say has had, like numerous times and make a legit sentence.
Yeah.
Like John has had. So what the fuck is happening here?
Yeah, you get kind of my uncle twice removed, grandmother's son's father's daughter.
Right.
Yeah. They just keep on adding more terms than they possess.
Yeah,
It
you
just,
just like
it just keeps on changing.
pulling it away, extrapolating away from where anyone even cares anymore. And you put a period at the end. It was one sentence, man.
Or you can construct a perfectly valid statement,
Okay.
a statement,
Okay.
end it with a question mark.
Oh, yes.
Welcome to New English.
Yes. True.
Yeah. And then when I see it, I read it like we're on Burgundy in my head.
I'm not.
This is a
doing it.
question?
Right.
It's like, well, I guess if you say it that way, it kind of works.
Right.
But that's not how English questions are formed.
Well, it would be like saying a Big Mac is served at McDonald's.
Big Mac is served at McDonald's?
Right.
It works. We say it that way.
Right.
But we don't write it that way.
Right.
Because people think that writing is English.
Right.
No, it's not. Writing is another language that happens to be very similar to English when you pronounce it.
Sure.
The spelling is awful.
Inflection.
Is not captured in writing.
Right. I was having a conversation about this yesterday.
You can guess about inflection from the way words are ordered in writing,
Right.
but you're not sure.
An old lady touched my leg last night or yesterday.
Oh yeah, I read that with the thinking that she twiddled the back of your patella, like
Oh,
she
yes.
dug your finger underneath.
That would have hurt.
Yeah,
I'd be like, "Ah, shit!" Except I jumped and was like, "What's up?" And she was like, she's like smiled and wheeled herself away in her wheelchair. I was at a nursing home.
Oh, was she a little bit weird? Or did she just want to play a practical joke and it's like, ah, got your knee?
I don't know. But I've learned some new phrases, like I'm still on this side of the grass. Yeah. I like that one.
Is that before you kick the bucket, or
I
what?
think so. When someone's like, "How you doing?" You're like, "I'm still on this side of the grass." Yet.
That's a phrase that unfortunately got lost.
There's a
Well,
few,
bring it back.
these I didn't learn yesterday, but there's a few Polish phrases that I want to start incorporating.
Oh,
They're
good.
slurs. The
I like
both
their
involve
sausage.
milk and butts. The first one is I shit the milk,
You shit the milk.
and I think that's like I fucked up. You know.
Yeah, you did. If you got shit in the milk,
I
you
shit the
fucked
milk.
up real good.
So next time you have to tell somebody you made a mistake, you're like, I shit the milk. And then the other one is suck the milk from my ass. Which I've been told
That just means fuck off, right?
you can use it that way, or like you're fucking you forgot you had to go to work today and you're an hour late, you're like, suck the milk from my ass.
Oh,
Like, damn it.
in English, you say "fuck me running."
Right. So
This thing that I kind of want to happen can't happen because I'm doing
here's
this
another one. Middle Eastern country it's from. I can't recall, but it's 1,000 dicks in your religion. It's an interesting one.
thing. 1,000 people named Richard.
Sure. But it is interesting to think that all the, even the most elaborate curse words or curse phrases in other countries usually just involve sucking dick or butt stuff, poop.
Yeah.
Nothing's actually any different. We just have it so simplified and truncated. The milk from my ass. Then we just say like kiss my ass.
Kiss my ass. Well,
Yeah.
French kiss my ass.
I spit a little.
That'd be fantastic for the
I shit the milk. So yeah, good
Oh.
times indeed. I have to pee like crazy, so I think we should wrap this up.
All right.
Now I'll let you take us out.
How do we do that?
I think you just say goodbye.
Oh yeah. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Brett.